Welcome to the Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. This past week marked the start of summer, and with it came some sweltering temperatures. On Tuesday, 5 locations exceeded 100 degrees for the daily high temperature. The rest of the state all clocked in somewhere in the 90s. This is not that far off of the highs expected for this time of year of around 91 or 92 statewide. What made the heat miserable was the addition of all the excessive moisture in the air. When that was factored in, heat index numbers climbed into the teens for much of the state, topping out at 116 seen in 3 southern counties. Another way to look at this would be with the wet bulb globe temperature risk. This tool takes several weather variables into account to come up with our best indicator of heat-related illness. The reds and blacks on this map mean there is a high to extreme risk of heat issues for individuals who must spend extended times outdoors. By Wednesday, most of the state got a slight relief from the extreme felt temperatures as the heat dome settled into Texas. According to the National Weather Service forecast predictions, we can expect even hotter temperatures this weekend and continuing into next week. Now here's Gary keeping you up to date on the rainfall situation.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, our drought-quenching rains continue, so let's get right to the new map because it's looking pretty good. Not many colors left on the map, just some across western Oklahoma. It's not perfect, but it's certainly much better than what we've seen. If you go up into north central Oklahoma, of course, the remnants of that long-term drought, we still have extreme to a little bit of exceptional drought up there. But by and large, across most of the state, drought is definitely shrinking. Now, the only difference is across parts of eastern Oklahoma, and I'll show you the problem area there in our 60-day rainfall maps. The 60-day rainfall map from the Mesonet shows the problem areas in those lighter oranges and yellows. So where we get down to 6 to 7 to 8 inches of rainfall, that's not bad, but for this time of the year, it's actually well below normal. So when we look at those departure from normal rainfalls, it shows up even better across far northeast Oklahoma, 4 to 6 inches of rainfall below over the last 60 days, and even down across south central Oklahoma, 3 to 4 inches below normal. So these are the problem areas where those new areas of abnormally dry conditions and even a little bit of moderate drought have started to show up in the eastern parts of the state. So something to keep an eye on as we go forward into the summer. Why it's a little bit risky this time of the year, of course, rainfall starts to dwindle and we start to see that death ridge show up overhead that kills our rain chances, and that's exactly what's showing up as we go into the last week of June into early July with increased odds of above normal temperatures across the entire state, but especially that southern 2/3 of the state. So that will certainly place a bit more pressure on the moisture in the soil and on the surface. And then when you look at the precipitation, we also see increased odds of below normal precipitation across that region. Not quite as bad, but certainly not great across that southern parts of the forecast area. So something to keep in mind across southern Oklahoma as we go forward. That's it for this time. See you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.